It's really funny when you see someone who completely lacks talent do the same thing over and over again. And it seems that Disney just can't help itself by going back to the well instead of trying something new. It's looking like we'll be getting a de-aged Luke Skywalker starring in the Grogu Mandalorian movie. But is this really gonna happen? Or can someone at Disney finally hire some good writers with original ideas? Join me, dear viewer, as I dive back into the raging dumpster fire that is Disney's Star Wars. It's pretty much agreed amongst fans that Disney's take on Star Wars is dead. Will some blue-pilled diehard fans still watch? Yeah, I guess. There's always some masochistic people out there somewhere, but I won't kink shame. The point here is that most true Star Wars fans have completely tuned out. No one is watching this garbage anymore. Nothing proves that more than Disney's efforts on the TV side of things. I will say that the first season of The Mandalorian was pretty damn good, so everyone thought the ship may finally be righting itself under the command of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. But then we got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, or should I say, the Reva series. You gotta feel bad about Moses Ingram. She didn't ask for any of the hate she received, and I would say that it's not rightly deserved. The reason fans hated the Reva character so much wasn't because of anything Moses Ingram did, but rather that the character was very poorly written, and instead of firing the writers, Disney decided to label the fans as racist. Now, let's get one thing straight. Are there genuine racists out there? Sure. But the Star Wars fans, by and large, are not. Those of us that decided to speak out against the Kenobi series did it not out of hatred for Moses Ingram, but out of sheer disdain for the piss-poor writing. The fact that she was black had nothing to do with the bad writing and character development she received. And let's not forget the fact that fans were expecting something completely different. Fans were expecting an Obi-Wan series, not a Reva series. If you're going to make a show about an original character and you want it to stand well on its own, then you have to make sure it's well written. Don't just rely on legacy characters to support your shitty-ass character. And this brings me to my main point. The Grogu Mandalorian movie is going to repeat the same mistakes as all the Disney Plus shows. Let me explain. First, Disney has a writing problem. The writers are just completely devoid of talent. It's a bunch of young people that have zero life experience trying their hand at writing a deeply philosophical franchise. By the time that Tolkien wrote the Lord of the Rings trilogy, he had been to war, he had seen some shit and lived to tell about it. What great tragedy have modern writers encountered? Their internet going out? Oh, what a tragedy. Second, Disney seems to be relying on legacy characters to introduce inferior characters of their own. Now, this problem stems from the first point, that bad writers can't come up with something new, original, and good of their own. The fact that they have to go and de-age Luke Skywalker tells me two things. One, they can't come up with anything better outside of legacy characters. And two, they're going to use the idea of Luke Skywalker to draw fans in and provide a character that no one likes, a character like Reva. Which brings me to my third point. To be fair, I can point to one example of a new original character that stood well on her own, and that was Gina Carano's Cara Dune. This was a well-written character that fans actually enjoyed. But what does Disney do? They fired Gina Carano. They couldn't possibly have diversity of thought, nor could they want the fans to be happy. Oh no. Fans loved Cara Dune, and Disney let its own woke politics get in the way of pleasing the fans. If Disney wants to please the fans and clean up the mess they've made, they have to listen to the fans. They got greedy and oversaturated the market with quantity, not quality. There's no reason to have so much content come out when none of it is going to be good. Take your time. Work on developing a story and characters slowly, methodically. Because as we've all seen, the rush to put out as much content as possible is what got them into this mess to begin with. Another thing Disney has to do is figure out a long-term strategy. The sequel trilogy was haphazardly put together without a plan. No care or thought went into having each film in the trilogy be cohesive and have flow and continuity. That's how we got the massive disrespect of legacy characters like Han, Luke, and Leia. And it's a shame because now we don't have Carrie Fisher anymore, and who knows how long Harrison Ford has left to live. That's why fans are pissed. Disney shat all over beloved legacy characters, and now there's no way to unsoil the mess. Who knows if the Grogu Mandalorian film will ever come into fruition. But one thing is for certain, having a de-aged Luke Skywalker is the most retarded thing ever to grace the screen. But what do you guys think about all this? Can a single Mandalorian movie right all wrongs? And what about de-aging Luke Skywalker? Please do let me know down below in the comments, and as always, hit that like button, ring that notification bell, and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.